I didn't expect him to go silent. I thought he'd argue. I thought he'd at least ask why. But he didn't say a word. Just this stillness came over his face, like the kind that makes you realize the damage is done, and no amount of backpedaling will save you. If you've ever said something you thought was honest, but it left someone shattered, stick around. This one's for you. And if you've ever pushed someone away without meaning to, drop a comment. You're not alone. It was a Tuesday night, ordinary in every possible way. The kids had finally fallen asleep after their usual chaos. The spilled juice, the missing homework folder, the bath time protests. And there we were, sitting at opposite ends of the couch, like always. His phone in his hand, my laptop open but untouched. We weren't fighting. We just weren't anything. I don't even remember what led to the conversation. Probably some passive remark about us not spending time together. Maybe he mentioned a couple we used to be close to and how they still go on dates. I think I laughed and said something like, "They're soulmates." That's not us. That's when he looked at me. And I wish I'd stopped myself. But I didn't. I said it clear as daylight. We're not soulmates, you know. We're just parents. And I meant it, at least in that moment. I wasn't trying to be cruel. I was tired. Tired of the way we'd become roommates, exhausted co-pilots in a nonstop cycle of work, laundry, and survival. Somewhere along the way, we stopped being us. We became mom and dad. And when I said it out loud, it felt like naming a ghost. But he didn't take it as a confession. He took it as a sentence. He just stared. Then gave me the smallest, saddest nod, like he'd been waiting for it. And then, silence. Not cold silence, not angry silence, just nothing. Like all the air had gone out of the room. The next morning, he woke up early, made breakfast for the kids, packed lunches. He even laid out their clothes like he always did. But when I came out of the shower, the closet was open. A duffel bag on the bed. His side of the drawers half empty. No note, no explanation, just his wedding ring sitting on the dresser. That hit harder than anything. I sat down beside it, still in my towel, water dripping onto the carpet. I stared at that ring like it might shout something back, but it didn't. It just sat there, cold, final. I thought he might be back after work, or maybe after a couple of days. But days turned into a week, and the only thing I got was a text. "I heard you. I won't make this harder for you." And that was it. I told myself I should be relieved, that I'd finally been honest, that maybe we'd both find someone better, someone more aligned, more in love. But the truth? I missed him. I missed the way he knew how I took my coffee, even when I'd forget. I missed how he made the kids laugh when I was too tired to smile. I missed the quiet moments, not even romantic ones, just the comfort of having him there. And I hated that I'd let my loneliness speak louder than my love. We weren't perfect. We hadn't been for years. But there were still pieces of us worth fighting for. I just didn't say that part out loud. I only said the part that hurt. Sometimes, just being parents means you've built a life so entangled, so full of shared moments, that it becomes hard to tell where love ends and habit begins. I mistook routine for emptiness, and in doing so, I dismissed the one person who showed up every day without asking for all of it. He didn't yell, he didn't fight, he didn't call me cruel or selfish. He just left because I made him feel like he was a duty, not a choice. Weeks passed. The kids asked about him. I gave rehearsed answers. He's just staying somewhere else right now. We're figuring things out. But every night, after they went to bed, I sat in the quiet and replayed that sentence. We're not soulmates, we're just parents. Over and over, until it sounded like a lie. Because the truth is, he was never just anything. He was the man who stood by me through postpartum depression, who learned how to braid our daughter's hair better than I could, who held me through a miscarriage without ever making it about his pain. He was love, in the quietest, most constant form. I just didn't see it until he was gone. Eventually, I wrote him a message. I said something I thought was honest, but I forgot to tell you the rest. That I'm scared, that I'm tired, that I miss you, that you're more than the father of our kids. You're the person I still want to figure life out with. I'm sorry I didn't say it sooner. I never hit send. Maybe he's happier now. Maybe he's healing in a way he couldn't while carrying my silence. Maybe the door I shut wasn't one he wanted to reopen, but I needed to write it, even if it's too late. Here's what I've learned. Honesty without tenderness can sound like rejection. Truth without context can sound like goodbye. And words can echo in someone's heart far longer than you intended. If you've ever looked at someone who loves you and said something that drove them away, I see you. And if you're still holding back what you should have said, it's not too late to be brave. Don't let exhaustion speak for your heart. Don't confuse familiarity with failure. And don't wait until they're gone to realize love might have been quiet, but it was always there. If this hit close to home, drop a comment. I read them. And if you're into stories that cut straight through the noise, subscribe. This is real talk. I didn't lose him because I stopped loving him. I lost him because I stopped saying it out loud.